everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I've decided after many requests to do a back to basics. So this is like Vithya's back to basics 101, and here I'm going to teach you basic steps like how to do the concealer, how to do foundation, how to do contour, how to do highlight, how to apply your blusher, how to do brows, how to do liner, and how to apply your lashes. So 8 things that I'm going to teach you in my series. So you'd have to tune in every Wednesdays and Fridays to see these. If you've missed one, just go back to last week's and have a look. Highlighting again depends on your skin too. So if you have dry skin, you want to use sort of liquidy, creamy sort of highlighters that would work best for your skin. If you have an oily skin, I would probably stick to powders. However, if you have acne prone skin or very large pores, then I would stick to highlighters that don't have too much shimmer in them, because a highlighter doesn't mean it has to be glittery. It can be a matte white powder as well. It's just to bring forward any sort of features. So when we did the contouring around the nose, remember I went with the powder and I just kind of went sort of light around here. That's a form of highlighting basically. So it doesn't mean that it has to be a glitter product. I think that's, you know, when people say highlight on fleek, they just think it's like some glitter on the face, but it's not. Right, so I do have sort of like a combination skin, right? So with me, I do not particularly like any creamy or liquidy products, just because I feel like I'm not very good at blending them on my own skin, and I actually do feel like it looks a little bit patchy, never works for me, so I've just kind of stayed right away from it. But these ones, so these are called the Extra Dimension Skin Finish from MAC, and they do them in so many different colors, so you can go more in the bronzing direction, you can go in the highlighting direction. This particular color is Beaming Blush, and Beaming Blush I find suits absolutely everyone. So I really like this, and I use this with a very simple sort of eyeshadow brush. And it's very, very fluffy. So because it's really, really fluffy, I feel like it doesn't pick up a lot of product, and it goes on really, really, really sort of natural. So this is an option. I'll show you guys this as well. Another thing that you can do if you're not keen on just highlighting, or you don't want it to look too sort of ashy or bright or whatever, another one is the Becca highlighters are really good as well. They come in cream formats, and they also come in like liquid formats in a pump, or you can have them in powder as well. This one is called Rose Gold, and what I like about this, for example, so imagine you've used a blusher, you can apply this on top of the blusher, and that's a different way of highlighting, because it just kind of doesn't emphasize the blusher, it sort of highlights that area, and it's just like really nice and subtle and rosy. So there are different ways of doing highlighting. Another way of doing highlighting is also using a really, really bright color. So this is an Hourglass one, and it's called Brilliant Strobe Light. This color I use in my inner corner, so I just kind of use it there, or I use it under the brow, or I sort of use it on the tip of the nose. So there's different ways of doing this. And like I said, if you have dry skin, you can use different skin enhancers. So this one, for example, this one's from Elcie. It's called the Glow Enhancing Dry Face Oil. So you can use this underneath your foundation. Charlotte Tilbury does some of these magic illuminating products. There are different ways of creating a natural glow without having to use a lot of powder, if that makes sense. So I'm going to show you how to do the powder. So if you look at your face, you've already contoured, right? So where you would naturally apply the highlight, well, where I apply the highlight is basically, so think of it this way. So it's kind of like just above the contour, so on your cheekbone, right there in that direction, sort of like parallel to your contouring, and you keep it like outside of the socket, so you don't go anywhere near your eye socket, because the second you go anywhere near your eye socket, it doesn't look very natural anymore, and you know, people know that you've applied product, right? So you just kind of want to use it there, and I like to do an L shape, like a reversed L shape. Well, it will be an L shape, however you want to look at it, an L shape just underneath the brow bone, and you just kind of bring it out. Or you can do like V shape, whatever you want to do, triangular shape, whatever you want to do. So what I first do is I just pat the product on. Bear in mind, you're not going to really see this product as much, just because it's not very bright. And then you just kind of go underneath the brow as well. Yeah, I think you're starting to see this. And then you just basically blend it into the skin, and then you just bring it up as well. Yeah, I think you can see it. So it's quite subtle, but it's just like, it's quite pretty. So I don't wear blush, highlighter all the time. I tend to really wear this when I like go out. And you do the same thing on the other side. You get some extra product, and what you do is just do sort of like the tip of the nose. Because what that does is it just lifts the nose a little bit, gives the illusion of it, and then just a little bit on the bridge of the nose. So don't pull it down, you just sort of do slightly bridge of the nose, tip of the nose, and then what that gives is just like that sort of a look, and then Cupid's bow a little bit with whatever's left on the product. So you don't need to do chin, you don't need to do there, because I think us lot, we don't like shiny faces. We don't mind the glow, but we don't want the shiny, because the last thing you want to do is you don't want to look sweaty. So that's why I'm not keen on using any product there. You can use a highlighter, however, like an actual concealer to highlight on these areas as well if you need to, but I wouldn't necessarily go there with a very shimmery product. So this is quite a nice healthy glow, and this is pretty much your highlighting done. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys really enjoyed this. If you do like this, give it a thumbs up. Please leave feedback. I would love to know what you thought and if it did help, and if you can suggest anything or any techniques that you guys do so other readers and YouTube watchers can learn something from you guys as well. Do not forget to subscribe, and please watch my series so you can either watch the one that you've missed or next week's one. Mwah!